Good morning, scholars and faculty and families. Hey, it is Fri-Yay, April 29th, 2022, the last day of April, and then we are headed into our last month of school, scholars. This is amazing, and we want to finish our race strong. And sometimes when you got to finish a race, you got to pick up the pace right there, give it your best shot, and that's why we choose to be relentless. Go hard all the way until the very end, and then we'll have that summer break. So, hey, let's get things cracking with our morning announcements.
Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no clouds hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life gonna start today. Gonna start today.
Alrighty, y'all. Hey, our school-wide expectations, known as our PACER expectations, we choose to be respectful. We are responsible. We make right choices, and we are relentless. Let's go. Hey, guys, so there was something that I was wondering about, guys. What time is it when you have a toothache? Well, it's tooth hurty. Tooth hurty. Woo! Tooth hurry. Oh man, that's pretty good. Hey, look at the translation down there. Says 2:30, so they got the translation there. All right, that's good. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm very, very, very sad to share that we actually need to reschedule. So we're not canceling, but we are going to reschedule our music video. We're not able to do it now. There's a few key players that had to. Something came up on their schedule that has now caused us to reschedule. So I got to find a date that matches everybody's schedule, and then we'll let everybody know. So we will not be doing that today after school. So scholars, if you're getting this message, ask your teachers if you can't contact your parents. You guys just use our school phone or something like that. But and we'll also be sending a message out as well. But we will most definitely do it. We just will not be able to do it today. All right. Hey guys, only 15 yearbooks left, y'all. There's only 15 left, guys. These things have been going like hotcakes, man, like pancakes. So hey, if you haven't got it yet, let your parents know. Come on down after school, guys, or you can just buy it yourself. But it's it's $20 with only 15 left, guys. So come on out after school. Hey guys, so next week is Faculty Appreciation Week, is where we set aside an entire week of honoring and respecting our teachers and all of the faculty here, guys. And so scholars, I want you really thinking about your teacher, about how much he or she has poured into you guys and does this day in and day out, and thinking about how you can honor them. How can you do something special for them to feel loved and appreciated? And so you can do all kinds of things. You can write them a lovely note. You can draw them a picture. You can create, if you're very crafty, like you create like a craft thing for them. If you want to buy them a gift, you can do all kinds of things, but just make them feel honored and special this next week, guys, because it really is a special week for them right there. All right, guys. Well, today the pit stop is open, so if you want to buy any items, do that today. And then, of course, you can buy events at any time and any day. And so here are the rest of the events in May. You go ahead and take a look. So the Milk and Cookies, we have the Raceway Game Room for 2 more days. I see the Nerf War on there for 2 more separate days. We have a movie and a popcorn. We have a faculty versus scholar. I think that's a dodgeball thing. We have an ice cream party and then a water balloon fight also as well, like at the very end on the 25th. So a lot of cool things up here. But hey, you got to get those PACER points by being respectful, responsible, making right choices, and being relentless. All right, guys. So this is why we want to reward good behavior here. We want to encourage so that we are all on a safe campus, respecting one another here. All right, y'all. All righty, guys. Well, hey, look. That is the end of our time together. We do have a special video that we're going to show here. So, of course, we want to go ahead and make it a great day or not. The choice is always yours. So, hey, check out this interview by Louie. He actually asked me, he was like, hey, Mr. McCaffrey, can I interview you? I have a few questions. I said, sure, dude. Let's do it. And so we sat into Pacer Productions, and this will be, I think it's going to be like a 2 or a 3-parter because it was quite lengthy. And so here's the first segment of it. Hope you guys enjoy.
So my name is Louis Ortiz, and I go to Almond Elementary School, and I'm the interviewing Miss McCaffrey.
All right, great. So what's up, man?
I have a question for you.
Okay, good.
What is like your favorite thing at Almond?
Oh my goodness, what is my favorite thing? My favorite thing about Almond is seeing the scholars here, right? I mean, if you think about it, like when our school was closed down, right? And
Yeah.
like I would still come to work every day, but it did not seem like a school anymore. There was no more laughter, hearing scholars playing at recess, no more seeing scholars in classrooms. So it was like, man, like this is no longer a school, a place where scholars can get here. But now that you guys are all back here, the faculty's here, my favorite part really is seeing you guys every day and just the joy that it brings and having just great relationships with you guys.
Oh, okay. Second question. What made you become a principal?
Snappers. Well, can I tell you my story about even like why I even went into education?
Yeah.
How about like we start with that right there? It's a pretty cool story. So when I got out of high school, right, the one job that I said that I wasn't gonna do was I'm not gonna be a teacher. I was like the one job I was not gonna do. But the reason for that though was, you know, like I've shared it before plenty of times in the morning announcements, was that, you know, I was born with stuttering, right?
Yeah.
And just somebody who's experienced that, and still, you know, I even stutter as an adult now, but I'm much better than I was when I was a kid, was that I most definitely, I would always try to avoid situations where like I had to do any kind of public speaking, right? So reading out in class or being called on. And so that's why like I was like, you know what, I am not gonna be a teacher, because you have to like basically do public speaking every day. And so when I got out of high school, I was like, you know what kind of job can I make a lot of money, but yet I don't have to talk to a lot of people? I was like, I'm gonna be an accountant. An accountant is someone who does like people's taxes and all that kind of stuff, right? So boring job, right? It looks kind of boring to me, but really that was my motivation. But that goes totally against what I teach you guys, right? Like, I mean, I've learned so much about living with purpose and all that. And so that was my decision I made. But check out, I had this crazy experience that I've never had before. Basically, I had this crazy vision. And like, I'll say that the vision is like the same thing as a dream. So in this dream, I saw myself in this very, very, very luxurious home. I mean, it was a huge house, just crazy big, right? And I saw myself in the kitchen, and I was kind of leaning, kind of like on like the counter, right?
Yeah.
And when I looked at myself, right, it's just kind of like me like looking at myself. When I looked at myself, I was super depressed. Like my head was down, and so I said, man, like why am I so sad? And this voice said to me, well, you are a very successful accountant, but that's not what you were called to do. And the dream ended. It just stopped. Like that was it. It was like this short experience. And I knew that that experience was something for me. Like I knew that actually I didn't choose accounting because that's what I was called to do.
Yeah.
I chose that out of fear. I chose that so I could hide. And so the reason why I went into education was because shortly after that, I started volunteering at my church, and so I started to help the middle and the high school kids out, right? And I love just being with the kids there. And at the same time, I got a math tutoring job, so I was like, man, I love math, and I love being with kids, and so I thought like, hey dude, like why don't I just go ahead and go into teaching? But here's what the crazy part about it was. If I was gonna go into teaching, I had to face my fear. Remember, dude, like it would take everything inside me to go to a store and to talk with the cashier, or to go to a restaurant and to order my food, because I knew that I was gonna stutter and I didn't like it, and it was hard for me to say things. So I had this like internal struggle inside of me every day just to do something as simple as talk. Where for you it's like, okay, well, like, you know, like that's easy for you, but you may struggle with other things, right? So when I made that decision, Louis, to teach and to face my fear, that's when my stuttering actually became less and less. Okay, like I still have my days and my times where I stutter a lot more than others, but man, I talk so much better now, and I really do give credit to, because you know what? Like I put myself in a place where I was like, no, I'm not gonna fear anymore. I'm not gonna be scared of that. I'm not gonna let my stuttering be the thing that holds me back. I'm gonna let that be the thing that propels me. I'm gonna let that thing give me energy to keep going what I know that I'm called to do. So that's why I went into teaching,